Do you know about this mouthful of honey? How much do bees have to give? 1 kilogram of honey. Bees have to fly 90,000 kilometers, visiting over 1 million flowers. Now I understand why bees are said to be hardworking. Not only that, but their intelligence also leaves me speechless. This beehive has 60,000 bees. Inside, there's a very productive queen bee. She can lay an egg every 30 seconds. It won't take long for the beehive to become overcrowded. There is no extra space for all the bees. To solve this problem, this superorganism must split. So, they split into 2 factions. One is the faction inside the hive. The bees outside the hive must find a new habitat. Before finding a new home, they can only gather on branches near the hive. In just a few minutes, they form the intimidating beehive. But the exposed beehive is fragile. A rain can scatter them. So they must find a home quickly. A scout is sent on a mission to find a home. Its target is a suitable size and height. Just the right tree hole at the same angle as the sun. This one looks good, but it's too shady. This one is too small. This one is already occupied. Go away. This one should be fine. The size and height are both suitable. The scout goes in to inspect. Wish today is so damn perfect. It's like a dream home. The next step is to bring this good news to its companions. But bees can't speak. So how do we tell them this good news? The answer is dancing. Its swaying movements can indicate the direction of the tree hole and the duration. Can you tell me how far the tree hole is? The better the location of the tree hole, the more intense its performance. Of course, there is more than one scout. Other scouts also come back to publicize their findings. But the intensity of their actions is much less. Eventually, everyone's interest in it becomes stronger and stronger. But words alone are not enough. We must go and check it out. After checking, we found, it's really good. Let's hurry back and tell them. In order to make all the bees believe, the scouts must take turns contacting each bee. This sounds difficult, but for them, it only takes half an hour. 30,000 bees are ready to leave. After reaching the destination, each bee will release pheromones to help other bees find a new base. In just a few hours, they completed the migration. I didn't expect such small bees. They also have a lot of energy. Such cute tadpoles. It's a pity not to go find their mother. After all, they have a mother but no one to raise them. But this group of tadpoles, they're not going to find their mother. They're going to eat. They eat only once a day. One meal can sustain them for a day. At night, they hide in the cool deep water. When the sun rises, it's time for them to eat. Initially, there were a few hundred. Then there were tens of thousands. If they become billions, that's a different story. You know what I mean. All the tadpoles follow the sunlight towards the warm shallows. The water temperature here is 5 degrees higher than the bottom of the lake. There is enough food. It also promotes their growth. So enjoy the waves. But when night falls, they return to the safe deep water area again. The next morning, continue repeating this journey. The sun rises in the east. Little tadpoles go swimming. Look for food and eat until full. Return home without making a sound. This cycle continues endlessly. It looks perfect. But they have a regular daily routine. They have long been exploited by another type of animal. This is a water scorpion, also known as dragonfly larva. In the lake, it is an excellent predator. Its extendable jaws are like arrows. Once it catches its prey, there is no chance of escape. Furthermore, there are eyeless leeches, patrolling the lake bottom. Since they cannot see, they randomly catch a lucky tadpole. Once caught, the tadpole's blood is sucked dry. The fish nearby express, "Wish today is so disgusting," they say. Although there is some danger, but the tadpoles outnumber them. Lost a few, no big deal. Throughout the summer, they kept repeating this journey, until one day, they grew hind legs, finally starting to look like frogs. They harness the energy of the sun, and grow rapidly. Once their front legs grow, their tails disappear. They stop their daily commute, and embark on another difficult journey. Along the way, predators lurk. Look, there's a snake. Don't worry, it's just a pile of mosaic. Let's keep going. Eventually, with the help of Chuan-Jay, they successfully reach the forest. There, it's a whole new world. Handsome, do you exercise? Yours can't be the indecent one, right? Don't worry, ours is definitely decent. Oh, then let's not do it. Who does it properly then? This must be the bird that's most anxious to lay eggs. These are a group of snow geese. They flew 5,000 kilometers to the Arctic. They plan to breed here. However, the summer in the Arctic is very short. So as soon as they arrive, they urgently lay their eggs. They don't waste a single moment. At the same time, they also have to guard against egg thieves. This Arctic fox is their mortal enemy. Although its fur is not completely shed. But don't underestimate it. It is a professional egg thief. After all, its survival depends on stable bird eggs. But the snow geese won't just sit and wait to die. They only lay one clutch of eggs per year. They are as precious as treasures. So they will use their lives to protect this clutch of eggs. They will never let the fox succeed. But even so, an Arctic fox can still steal over 1,000 eggs. It hides the eggs and waits to eat them later. And those who survive will eventually become cute little ones. They hide in their mother's armpits and watch the outside world. Although they are a bit cute, but I really want to sit on it and squash it. The summer in the Arctic is still very cold. So they all hide under their mother's wings to keep warm. But as they grow day by day, the space under the wings becomes very limited. Mom, I want to crawl into the armpit and die there. So far, they're safe. But when other animals pass by, They are in danger. The reindeer themselves are not dangerous, but the predators they attract put the snow goose chicks in crisis. In front of the big ones, they can only run away. Beowulf, run quickly. Shouting is useless. The chicks along the way are eaten by the bears one by one. Oh, you died so miserably. It is no longer safe to stay here. It's time to leave here. Parents take their children towards a safe water area. Although the water is cold, it is at least safer than on land. In just 8 weeks, the sunlight here begins to weaken. The cubs have to start their first migration south. They fly all the way from the Arctic to the Gulf of Mexico. By next year, they will also become parents. They fly back to the Arctic again.